So I found a nice spot to kind of sit down and relax. Got a great view out that way. And I thought I'd do a video on my cooking kit. You guys have seen it several times, or the majority of it, and I thought I would just do a video on just everything I have in my cooking kit and kind of go over the weights and the reasons why I like this kit the most, and just kind of go over that stuff. It's not the most ultralight kit. I'm not really an ultralighter, although I do enjoy lightening my pack as much as possible. I do use an alcohol stove. I just prefer to use the Trangia, which is a little bit heavier than some of the homemade alcohol stoves, which adds a little bit more weight, but I don't mind it. It's a little bit more durable than most of them, and I just like the Trangia and the way it's set up. But as you can see, I got it all in a stuff sack right here. This is the GSI Stuff sack that came with the GSI Pot that I use. I forget the name of the pot. I think it's maybe the Soloist. I'm gonna have to look up the name when I get back home. But it's just this is actually somewhat of a waterproof container. So you can actually use this to pour water in, to rinse out your pot if you want to, or you can even use it as a pot cozy. Keep the pot warm and insulate it a little bit better. It is a little heavy. It's I believe it's between 8 ounces and it might even be this might even be I'm sorry, not 8 ounces, but like between half an ounce and an ounce. So it does add some weight, but I don't mind it. I could make a homemade one, but I prefer to just use the one that came with the pot. And as I said, this is the GSI pot that I use. It has a nice handle on the side. The handle is removable. You just squeeze it and it comes out like that. This is actually the bulk of the weight of the pan. I believe this is a steel with an insulated wrap on it. The pot's actually a lot lighter, or it would be a lot lighter without this pot holder right here. But it's just got a plastic lid, has a strainer on it, and a hole in it if you're gonna pour out of that side. And inside of this I have my GSI mug as well. It's a plastic mug. I really like this mug. It's a little bit heavier than if I was to use an aluminum mug, but I've just liked it. I bought this one. It's not too heavy. It comes with a lid that helps keep your drink warm or cold a little bit. As you can see, I got my stove in here. Inside of my cup, I just keep this is just a collapsible spoon. It's a plastic variety. Doesn't weigh much, works pretty good for me. So that's my cup. Usually I don't really use a bowl. A lot of the times when I'm out here hiking or camping, I will just cook up a lot of dehydrated meals or freeze-dried meals. So mostly what I'm doing is boiling water and making tea, coffee, hot chocolate, things like that. I don't really need a bowl. So I just take a mug, and inside of, let me put these right down here. Inside of my mug, I just have a Ziploc bag with my stove. And the stove, again, is the Trangia. This is just the standard Trangia stove. Really dependable, reliable. Thing just works every time. All the burners work really well. I really like it. And doesn't weigh too much, around 4 ounces, I believe. But what I'll do is I'll put all the weights inside of the video because I don't have them all calculated in my head. I just know the overall weight of this system. But the Trangia comes with an O-ring sealed lid or cap that you can screw on. It will hold some fuel, but in my experience it almost always leaks. And it comes with a simmer ring. And also this works good if you want to put out the flame. If you have some alcohol left, you just put it over the top and the flame goes out. I just keep that in a Ziploc bag just in case I had any fuel or fumes in it. It doesn't leak out into my cup that I put it in. So once again, this goes in the cup with my collapsible spoon or spork here. Just put that in like that. Now inside of my pot, I do have a hardware cloth pot stand. Weighs almost nothing. This is, I believe, the 1/8 inch variety. And just like I said, I just made it out of hardware cloth. You can buy it at Home Depot or Lowe's. And I sit it inside of my pot. I don't know if you can see inside of there, but it sits inside of the pot. With the Gsi stove, you do need a pot stand. And so this is my pot stand. Weighs almost nothing. Inside of here I have some aluminum flashing as a windscreen. This again is extremely lightweight, and this is useful. It goes around the hardware cloth pot stand to act as a windscreen. I have some holes that I punched out on the bottom as just wind holes, some breather holes basically, so your stove will still get air flow, but not enough to where it'll put it out. So again, that's really lightweight. That just goes inside of my pot. And then I just have kind of a vapor barrier, not vapor barrier, but a barrier between maybe the cold ground and your stove. Or you can also, if your stove's extremely cold and it's not lighting up very quickly, you can kind of prime it, although you don't really need to prime the Gsi. But I usually put this under the stove on whatever surface I'm cooking on. Just kind of works. It seems to help a little bit. So that's pretty much it. It just takes, like I said, it's an alcohol stove. It takes denatured alcohol. I prefer to use heat. It works best for me in the stoves that I use, but you can use any kind of denatured alcohol, methanol, that kind of fuel. And this comes out to just over a pound. I think it's between 16 and 17 ounces, which again, it's not light, it's not ultralight or anything like that, but it's still considered lightweight. I don't have to carry those heavy metal canisters. All I'm carrying is a lightweight fuel bottle with however much fuel that I'll need for my trip. So anyways, just wanted to share my cooking kit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe it'll give you some ideas for your kits. Again, this is just an aluminum GSI pot. I really like this. I've used this on tons and tons of trips. I just put my aluminum flashing as the windscreen in there. Then I put in my hardware cloth pot stand. Then inside of that sits my cup. This is a GSI plastic cup. Inside of the cup I have my Gsi alcohol stove inside of a Ziploc bag, as well as a collapsible spoon / spork that sits in there. Then your lid pops on top of this. If I could find the lid, where did I put the lid? Here it is. Lid comes on top of this. You just snap the handle, keeps everything nice and tight. Honestly, you don't even need a stuff sack for this, but I just kind of like this as a system together. I just put it inside. There you have it. You have your complete cook kit. All you need is your fuel, and I always keep a lighter in my fire kit, or a way to make fire. I usually keep one in my pocket anyway, so I don't put that in with the stove or the cook kit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope that might give you guys some ideas on your cook kits, or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll show something that you don't want to use. Maybe this is too heavy of a system, or it's something that you wouldn't want to use. So I hope that helped someone out. And as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and questions you guys ask. And if you do enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe so you'll see the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.